Hello, and welcome back to Financial Futures. In today's video, we're diving into a topic that affects millions of Americans: Supplemental Security Income, or SSI. With recent announcements, there's hope for a boost in benefits, which is crucial given the rising cost of living. So, let's break down the details and see how this might impact you or someone you know who receives SSI. First, let's address the current state of SSI benefits. As of now, the maximum benefit for an individual is $943 per month, while a married couple can receive up to $1,415 per month. However, we all know that these benefits have been lagging behind the actual cost of living for quite some time. Now, let's get into the exciting part: the potential increase in benefits. Recent reports suggest that there could be a cost of living adjustment, COLA, of around 2.4%. While this is not yet official, it's a positive sign that benefits could see a meaningful increase. For an individual currently receiving $943 per month, a 2.4% increase would mean an additional $23 per month, bringing the total to $966. While this may not seem like much, it adds up to around $285 per year, which can certainly help cover some essential expenses. For a married couple receiving the maximum benefit of $1,415 per month, a 2.4% increase would result in an additional $34 per month, bringing their total benefit to $1,449. This amounts to a little over $400 extra per year, which can make a difference in managing their finances. While these increases may not fully address the gap between benefits and the actual cost of living, they are a step in the right direction. It's crucial to remember that COLAs could be zero, as we've seen in the past. So any increase, no matter how small, is a positive development for SSI beneficiaries. In conclusion, the potential increase in SSI benefits is a welcome development for the millions of Americans who rely on these benefits to meet their basic needs. We'll continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as more information becomes available. Today's video is how you can get money for your child. There's so much money out there for children, where you can get $500 per child, $100 per child, but the issue is, you've got to enroll, you've got to sign up for it. So, if you want to know how to get this money for your child, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, my name is Financial Futures, and on this channel, we discuss shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you be a part of my internet family. It's super easy, just click the big old red subscribe button down below, and you're in, just like that. So while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like, because you love me bringing this content to you, and guys, I absolutely enjoy doing it as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about it, because a lot of these programs have been going on all around the United States. Whether it's a baby bond, whether you get money for opening up an account for your child that they can use in the future for going to college, or to buy a home, or just to even have when they turn 18, guys, there's so much money out here the government is giving when it comes to children, so that they can have a better chance at life than what we had. However, a lot of parents are not enrolling their children into these programs. Maybe you don't know that they exist, but this is where I come in. So, let's go ahead and talk about these 529 accounts, as well as the different accounts that you can get this money, honey. Speaking of California, this is where you can get the money for your children, guys. They also are giving out $500 to eligible low-income students. So, they're saying a lot of people are not signing up to claim the program to give kids money in college savings accounts. Now, according to the program, the details of it are for low-income public school students. They are awarded $500 in a CalKids account if they are in grades 1 through 12 through the 2021-2022 school year. If they were enrolled in first grade between 2022 and 2023 school year and any other year, they will give you an additional $500 deposit for students that are identified in foster care or even for students that are classified as homeless. So, as long as children were born in California during that period, or they were enrolled in school, but any parent that had a child after June of 2023, you only will be given $100. So pretty much, if they were born or they were in school in 2021-2022, they get $500. So pretty much, you don't get the money to yourself, but they are giving an account for your child, $500. It will go into like a 529 account, which is like a college savings account, and then they will be eligible to have this money when they turn 18 as well. Now, the California Department of Education, they do go ahead and determine the eligibility based on the students that have been identified as low income under the state's local control funding formula. If your child is receiving free or reduced lunch, you guys more than likely will qualify for this as well. As well as, like, the California Department of Public Health, they'd provide information for newborns where they're trying to get it registered. But California is not the only state that's doing this, guys. Like in New York, public school parents, they're not taking advantage of the free money for college savings as well. So, more than 130,000 New York City public school parents, they are leaving free money on the table as well when it comes to this college fund. And critics say that, maybe the enrollment process is a little bit harder for some, but it's called the NYC Kids Rise College Savings Program. This launched in 2022 all across the city, and the goal was to go ahead and make higher education more attainable for students. So, the program makes an initial investment in New York of $100 in scholarship money for all new kindergarten, first, as well as second grade students, and then they'll have this through it's like a general account, but it's managed by the Kids Rise nonprofit. Now, parents, you are obviously encouraged to go ahead and set up the account. You can connect separate individualize this account where they can save like their own money. You can add to the money as well. But it also, as long as you do this, it can make them eligible for an additional $175 in reward once you complete all the steps. So, they give you $100 initially, you go ahead and set up the account, they give them $175 again. And then they can contribute money periodically. They have different incentives that you do, they will go ahead and put that money in your child's account. But they said very few parents have made it through the finish line to collect any cash rewards that are available as well, or they just didn't open the savings account. But I'm going to say you guys just did not know that this program existed. So no worries at all. If they don't want to go to college, it's okay. They can use that money at that point to either buy a house, go to trade school, do something. It is their money, it is free money, and it's an account that you can have for your child. Let's go ahead and move on to other states as well. Now, in Maine, they have the $500 a loan grant. This grant is awarded to Maine resident babies for future higher education expenses. So families can use their $5,000 grant to open up a NextGen 529 account, and you don't have to make any initial contributions. That means you can open up this account, add money if you want to add money. Now, of course, if you add $25, then they'll go ahead and give you a $100 initial matching grant when you go ahead and open the account. You also get a one-time $100 automatic funding grant as well when you set up and make 6 consecutive automatic contributions to your NextGen 529 account. So, guys, the next generation is the future, and they're trying to make sure that a lot of students or a lot of children are prepared to go to college and have a better start than what we had as well. Now, of course, with the loan grant, you can contribute up to 30%, and they will match up to $300 per year of what you decide to contribute to the account. This is $500 in free money. And Pennsylvania, they have the $100 Keystone Scholars, which provides $100 for every baby that is born in Pennsylvania to on or after January 1 of 2019. This is another investment that can be used for your child's future post-secondary education expenses that will grow right alongside your child. Now, you would have to use the Pennsylvania birth certificate 6 months after the birth number as well as the date of birth, the zip code as well. This Keystone Scholar, it will go ahead and create that account for them, and all eligible children that are 4 to 6 months after they are born. So eligible families, a lot of times, you will go ahead and receive a letter in Pennsylvania letting you know that the account is funded for you to go in there and activate it online. So, parents, you can actually activate this as well. In Nebraska, they have the Meadowlark Savings Pledge. Now, the Meadowlark Savings Pledge, they will go ahead and provide eligible Nebraska newborns with their own little nest egg or savings account for education expenses when the time comes for them to go to college, because we all know that it is getting harder out here, guys. But if your baby was born in 2020, 2021, or 2022, they can receive a Meadowlark account, and this will be directed by the Meadowlark Act. Now, the program was effective starting in 2020, but pretty much you can go on there, and they will walk you through the steps. It's automatic enrollment with no extra cost. So, you don't have to contribute any money to this program as well or any required paperwork. The baby will have the account in their name as well for any future expenses, and then they will go ahead and contribute $50 for the newborn as well for that calendar year that they were born as well. Now, of course, these programs at any time, the funds are flexible and may be used at almost any Nebraska private, public, or 2 or 4-year technical college, trade schools, vocational schools, graduate schools, professional schools as well. So, this is like the next big thing, guys. I can't stress if nothing else, just register your child. They also have this in Rhode Island where it's the $100 College Bound Starter. Now, the Rhode Island College Bound Starter provides a Rhode Island child that was born or adopted after July 1 of 2021, they will get a $100 contribution in a College Bound savings account as well. This will give to every child that was born or adopted by a Rhode Island family a chance to receive that $100 starter bonus as well in a college-bound savings account. And you can take these accounts, and like I said, you can contribute your own money to them, even though it is college. You can put in there when your child gets money from their birthday or for Christmas. You can put that money in there to get started. It is free. There's no minimum at all to get started, and you can open that college-bound savings account within 1 year of birth or adoption. If you've adopted a child, you're going to have to fill out a little bit more paperwork. I think it's like an adoption verification form, but once the account is open, you are in there. Next, we are headed to DC where they're giving out $1,000 a year for baby bonds that were created by the council. Now, this is created via the Child Wealth Building Act, which will create a trust fund for each child that was born into a lower-income family after October 1 SD of 2021. So, at birth, the child will be seeded with $500, and then up to an additional $1,000 that will be paid into it each year that the parents continue to have low income below the ceiling, and I think that's like 3 times the poverty level. This was created by their legislation as well. Such funds can actually accrue yearly as well until the child turns 18. I know in Georgia, they are looking at another program as well where Democratic lawmakers, they want the state to go ahead and gauge whether they're going to have a funded savings account for children that are born into poverty as well that can help with the wealth gap and equity in Georgia. So, as of right now, It hasn't been determined if this is going to happen in Georgia or not because there's so many policies. But let me know, guys, were you aware of these baby bonds, the scholarships, the 529 accounts, that they existed? Have you enrolled your child in these programs at all? Because a lot of people, a lot of times, you don't know. But we always say that we want our children to be better than we were. So you gotta go in there and register and sign them up. And I mean, if you can help it, contribute a little bit of money along the way. But if not, at least they have something that is being provided by the state. And that's it, guys. This is all that we have. Let me know, would you be enrolling your child in one of the baby bonds or 529 scholarships? Would you be taking advantage of this free money? What do you think about the child tax credit? Do you think it will be returning anytime soon, or is this just another election hocus pocus and nothing will happen at all? And as always, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.